before I start ranking all the cape characters, I'm going to set some categories on the basis of what I'm going to rank these characters.
I can do whatever the I want.
And I came up with 3 categories: looks,
Hey, buddy. Eyes up here.
power, and aura. In looks, I'm going to analyze the suit and aesthetics of the character. In power, I'm going to compare the strength and abilities of the character with other characters on the list. And finally, aura. Well, I think I don't have to explain this one. You know what this means if you're not living under the rock. So, let's start with the first character, Homelander. Looks-wise, his design is pretty simple. He technically just wears an American flag as a suit, which looks kinda cool, but not as cool as Captain America. And as this video is about cape characters, I think his cape looks the most unique out of all the characters. As I said, it is literally an American flag. Moving on to the power, he's allegedly the most powerful suit, but as we saw in the last season, he got defeated by a girl, a kid, and a man with a crowbar. So compared to every other upcoming character on this list, I think he's on the weaker side. And as for the aura, in the starting of the series, this man had the most amount of aura in the entire series. And as the season progressed, it's like he lost 20% of his aura every single season.
You. I know. You're a disappointment.
And by the time he died, I don't think he had any left. I mean, just look at yourself.
I'll suck your dick.
What the fuck?
This man is getting 0 aura points. So keeping all that in mind, I'm gonna set him comfortably at alright. And even this is just because his suit looks kind of cool. Moving on to the next character, Omni-Man. So starting with his looks, he looks really intimidating. Well, as all the Viltrumites do, except for Mark. This man just gets beaten up in every way possible.
You crazy?
Suit have a big O on the chest, which symbolizes Omni-Man, and suit really have a very good and subtle color combination that is red and white, which kind of fits his whole theme as he jumps between being evil and good throughout the entirety of season 1. And if we talk about the power, Viltrumites are literally the most powerful species in the whole universe. Well, except for these guys, but they come in the later seasons. And even in the remaining Viltrumites, Nolan is ranked in the top 10 strongest Viltrumites. So it's pretty powerful. And as far as aura goes, this man is a walking, talking aura. Even the way he speaks.
Everyone and everything you know will be gone.
I mean, he's voiced by J.K. Simmons of all things. What do you expect?
Little trouble there.
The way he pieced up Mark at the end of the season 1 is just straight up iconic. That makes Omni-Man an icon. Next up is the Dark Knight. I mean, I'm not even gonna waste both of our times and place him straight up in the GOAT category. Because come on, he's Batman. As far as looks goes, he probably have the best looking superhero suit ever made, with a badass looking cowl and that bat symbol on his chest. As far as aura goes, every single thing he do, it's like he's doing it for his aura points. Like in a lot of instances, he just be doing aura farming for no absolute reason. I can show so many examples of this. For example, this. Or this.
What are you doing?
Evening the odds.
Or this. Like, come on, man, we get it. The only thing he lacks is his power. But even after that, given enough prep time, he almost killed Superman in Batman vs Superman, which is insane keeping in mind how strong Zack Snyder's Superman was. So, I think it deserved the GOAT spot. Moving on to the OG caped character. The character who's probably responsible for most of the caped characters in modern cinema after Superman, Darth Vader. His looks, amazing. His power, terrifying. His aura, fabulous. I mean, this man had aura back when aura wasn't even a word. His character design still holds up in the big 2026. That's how much ahead of the time Darth Vader was. So it will be disrespectful for his character to not put him in the GOAT category. Moving on to our next character, the God of Thunder, Thor. Out of all the characters on the list, I'm the most confused about where to put Thor, because he's a character that fluctuates the most. For example, as for the looks, throughout his entire run in the MCU, his looks have changed multiple times. Some of them looks amazing. For example, in Infinity War or Thor Ragnarok. Some of them looks alright, like in the first Thor movie. And some of them straight up looks cartoonish, like in the dog shit movie that was Love and Thunder. And it's same for his power too. He's sometimes shown really powerful, like in Infinity War, and then instantly a weakling in the next movie, like in Endgame. And if you are talking about the aura points, he lost a lot of it in Thor Love and Thunder and Endgame. But even after all that, he's still the third best superhero in the MCU, right under Iron Man and Captain America. And I have really high hopes of him in Avengers Doomsday.
Boy, if you don't...
So, I'm gonna put him somewhere in the middle in the enjoyable category. Next up, Superman. I'm mainly gonna focus on the latest Superman, that is James Gunn Superman, because he's very different from the earlier Zack Snyder Superman. So if I'm comparing both, the results will come out kind of all over the place. Looks wise, this might be a hot take, but I just don't like his suit, man. And I know, most of you will be triggered by this, but hear me out. Even if his suit is more comic accurate and kind of classic, it just does not make it look good. This suit straight up looks heavily padded and also kind of looks cheap, especially compared to the Zack Snyder version of Superman's suit. I mean, look at them side by side. There is no shot you think this suit is better than the older one. It is still good, but it could have been way better. As for the power goes, again, this Superman gets beat up a lot, which in my opinion is kind of a good thing because it gives Superman a personality, right? But it kind of also shows him a little weaker than every other version of Superman we have ever seen, which also kind of tanks down his aura. Even after all that, he's Superman. I mean, there wouldn't have even been any caped superhero if there was no Superman. And I think the story of James Gunn version of Superman is probably the best. But the categories I'm comparing these characters on, I just have to put him on an icon rather than the GOAT. Moving on to Sentry or the Void, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Compared to every other character on this list, Sentry is probably the worst. I mean, for example, his looks. His suit was literally made to make him look like the perfect superhero, which kind of really makes him look really generic. And his suit also has kind of a CGI feel to it, which in my opinion kind of looks bad. As far as power goes, he's really powerful, but also on the other hand, he doesn't have control over his power, which kind of makes him a liability. I also think that we have not seen enough of Sentry yet to talk about his power. I mean, we've only seen him beat up the Thunderbolts, who are most probably the weakest group of superheroes in the MCU. And as far as aura goes, well, this man has zero aura. Throughout the movie, he's shown almost as a kid.
It's getting so tense in here.
He gets manipulated by anyone, he gets hurt really easily, and he has no control over his powers. That makes him the worst character on this list. And I'd rather look at a wall than this dumbass. Now there are a lot of caped superheroes left, and honestly, by the time of recording, this video is already 50 minutes long. So if this video gets 1000 likes, I will bring the part 2 of ranking all the caped characters. So if you want to see that, drop a like and subscribe if you don't want to miss my latest videos. Thanks for watching.